Hello again, everybody. We're still at it. Still training up the Smugs. Trying to evolve Smugleaf into a grassy snake of death, as I call it. In fact, I've never called it that in my life, but you know, I have now. Yes, Seviper, I think it is a very interesting Pokemon. And it has a very, very, very nasty hidden ability that I really wish I could get, but, you know, oh well. For those who don't know, whatever Smugly's final evolution is, Superior, that's the one. Seviper's the one he is at the moment. Yes. For those who don't know, Superior's hidden ability is one called Contrary, if I remember right. And what that does is it basically reverses all stat changes. So anything that boosts your stats will instead decrease them. Anything that decreases your stats will instead boost them. So it means that pretty much all stat boosting moves are useless. But instead you could get moves that do damage and boosts and drop stats, which is usually a downside for doing more damage, and use them to boost your stats instead. So, things like, oh, what's it called? Leaf Storm, something like that. There's a grass-type move, special grass-type move, that I think has 120 base power, and drops your attack and special defense and special attack, that's the one. But with Contrary on board, that also raises your special attack and special defense. So you get harder to kill and easier to kill other things with. It's very, very, very nasty. And I wish I could have it because it's awesome. And horrendously broken. It's killed me more than once. With some competitive teams. Anyway. We're gonna just keep... I apologise that these episodes have been a bit samey. Yes, I've just really... I got so nervous about losing Pokemon that I really don't want to lose anymore. And I think Smugleaf might... Not Smugleaf, Snuffles might level up soon. That'd be good, because Snuffles is almost level 38. Problem with Snuffles at the moment is he's not very good against the ground type, because they're usually rock type, which is no, not cut. I pressed the wrong button. Or rather, I pressed the A button one too many times. Double Edge. Okay, that did almost nothing. Good, I was really worried for a second. Leaf Blade. Die, Meryl. That's what I wanted to do all along. 311 XP. Perfect. Anyway. Yes. Ground types are usually also rock types, or a lot of them are. And rock types, of course, are resistant to normal types, so... Snuffles isn't going to be fantastic, which is why I'm... No, I didn't want to run. Ugh. I'm pressing all of the wrong buttons. That's why I'm training up Smugleaf. Because Smugleaf... Unless they bring out something like Aerodactyl, is going to be really good. Or Archeops. Archeops is another one, isn't it? Basically anything ground flying. Or ground bug? I don't think there are any ground bug. There might be ground poison? Sounds a bit weird to me. But I don't think there are any ground bug. So I think... Because if I remember rightly... Grass's main weaknesses are fire, bug, poison, and flying, if I remember right. Which I may not. Which means I think the only one I really have to worry about is ground flying, which is weird because it's the most contradictory of the lot. But it is possible that they might have something like an Aerodactyl, which I think actually is rock flying, but you know, flying is the important bit. Rock's not too bad. Rock is problematic against Lady Sofa, which is why I'm not training her up on this, although she does evolve fairly soon, I think. Which would be good. Stop kicking me! Little dear fluff ball thing. Feint attack? That's a move that changed its name in later generations, I seem to remember. It was misnamed Feint attack. So it was spelled with an A in a lot of the English generations, but that was actually a mistranslation. It was supposed to be, as far as I can tell, feint attack, as in F-E-I-N-T, which, for anyone who doesn't know, is sort of like a pretend to attack here so I can attack somewhere else instead. It's a feint. And apparently that's what it was supposed to be, because that's what they've changed it to in later generations. I noticed that while playing Pokemon Sun. I have been recently breeding Mimikyus. I love Mimikyu, it's awesome. So, Pokemon Sun is the first Pokemon game to have made me take a bug type all the way up to the end of the game. Because bug type's one of my least favourite types. They're always so fragile. They die really easily. They've got a lot of weaknesses, and not many strengths, and not many good moves either. But there is a bug type in Generation 7... Oh, hey Snuffles, you leveled up. There is a bug type in Generation 7 called Cutiefly, which evolves into Ribombee. And that thing is the most adorable Pokemon in the world. I will put up a picture of it here. Here it is. Well, that's both of them. I'll put Cutiefly on the left. So yeah, that's Cutiefly on the left and Ribombee on the right. And that has a signature move called Pollen Puff, which is your base 90-100 move for bug types, which is something I mentioned in a couple of episodes ago, the 90-100 baseline, which is great, but it also can learn a move called Quiver Dance, which not many Pokemon can, which is one of the few Pokemon moves that raises 3 stats at once. Which makes Ribombee not only adorable as heck, but also actually reasonably strong. It's also very, very fast. Oh, wow! What was that? Did it use Endeavour? Ho! Ho! My heart is in my throat right now. I'm not joking, my heart is beating really hard right now. Just seeing the health bar on Snuffles just drain like that. I wasn't really paying attention to the move, so I can only hope that was Endeavour that he'd done on that. For those who don't know, Endeavour is a move that puts the opponent's HP equal to your HP. Wow. That was a lot of damage. Wow. I really thought for a moment there I was going to lose Snuffles. I really did think for a moment there we were going to lose Snuffles. Wow. That would have been disastrous. Absolutely disastrous. That would basically almost be a run killer to lose Snuffles now. I mean, it wouldn't, because I could train up other Pokemon, but it would be a major setback to lose Snuffles. Whew. That... wow. I can't believe that almost happened. I mean, if it was Endeavour, it didn't almost happen, but it certainly felt like it almost happened. Because that's the one thing that's nice about Endeavour, is it can never drop you below 1 HP. So it can never KO you. Endeavour, False Swipe, Super Fang I think can't either. Might be wrong about that one, that might be able to do it if you've got 1 HP. Super Fang cuts your health in half. Which is something I didn't know until someone pointed it out in the comments of several episodes ago. So there you go. I always thought it was a high crit move, but I never really bother with normal types either, so I wasn't really well versed in what things like Super Fang do, because none of the Pokemon I really use can learn it. And none of the Pokemon I usually fight against learn it either. Because it's not a very, well, it's not a very, widely used move in the competitive scene. It's there, but it's not common. If you get my drift. Yeah. Whew. Oh, wow. I'm shaking a little bit. That was not nice. That was not a nice feeling. Ugh. That's okay. This sort of damage is more what I'm used to when I'm using Snuffles. Oh. Oh. There is, of course, one downside to using Snuffles. Is that lots of Pokemon can learn random fighting type moves. And Snuffles, being normal type, is weak to fighting type moves. In fact, I've got 3 of my 6 Pokemon are weak to fighting type. Which is not good. I really need to evolve Fridge to deal with that, because Fridge is obviously Psychic type, which is strong against fighting type. Or, now I think about it, I could evolve Lady Sofa. Preferably both, because Lady Sofa is Flying type, which is strong against fighting type. So ideally I'd want to do both. One thing I am lacking in this game is a Fire type. I could really do with one. Not sure who it would go over. Probably Zoroark, to be honest, because I've already got, what's his face? Crocoduck, that's the one. Forgetting my own Pokemon's names. Ugh. Bunk. Got you, Carablastia. Oh, now I'm just reminded of Tales of Vesperia. Blastia were a thing in that. Or it was a sort of a thing. 1,200. That's about 3 or 4 fights, depending on what they are. 4, I think. Yeah. Anyway, let's keep going. With a bit of luck, we can raise Smugleaf up to level 35 before the end of the episode. With a bit of luck, if we stop running into these, which give next to no experience. Which I'm still not willing to fight against because I know they can use bug moves. And Bug Bite could be disastrous. I'm actually wondering if it might be worth training up Dear Lord as well. Because that one's also grass type, I think. If I can get 2 grass types in the fight against the ground type gym, that might be good. Yeah, but it'd just mean more grinding episodes. Yay! Because I can do some of this. I can do some of the grinding off camera, but there's not a huge amount I can do off camera. Mainly because I just don't usually get the time to do. Because the off camera work takes quite a lot of time. Because I usually like to get things to a complete state, and that usually takes quite a while. As you've seen here, it's taken about 3 or 4 episodes to get Smugleaf up from level 30 to level 34. And when I'm raising all of the Pokemon up by about 4 or 5 levels, it can take quite a while. So I don't like to do off-screen stuff. I'd have to do quite a lot of off-screen stuff, and there's not often I can get the time to do it and also record episodes. For this week. The reason I record episodes in batches like this is because I can't always guarantee I'll get the time to do individual episodes every week. So I'd like to do more. And as much as I'd like to just come back and have everything done, I think that's not going to be likely. I might try the first couple of individual trainer fights in the gym without Dear Lord and see how things go. If Smugleaf is absolutely killing, which you might once we've evolved him, then, you know, no need to train up Dear Lord. On the other hand, I'm going to switch out because Smugleaf is running low on health. On the other hand, if Smugleaf is struggling a bit, then, you know, then we've got a bit of a problem and we might need 2 or more levels for Smugleaf. Probably more levels for Smugleaf is a better option. Ah. I'm going to let this episode run a little bit long because I want to get Smugleaf up to level 35 before we end. Because he's quite close. And hopefully we can do that without too much trouble. As long as we stop running into the mandolin monkey wrenches. Or mandolin spanners, that's the word. Well, I haven't run into one of these for a while. So these appear to be quite rare in this area then. Alright. Ah. Hopefully, this won't take too much longer. Hopefully, we'll be able to finish this episode before too long. And then I can get some sleep. Much needed sleep. Go, Snuffles. Eat that leftovers. I love how these are like magic leftovers that just last forever. It's like the leftovers from the world's biggest lasagna. And they must be kind of mouldy by now. I've had them for months. I mean, what are you even eating, Smugleaf? Not Smugleaf, Snuffles. What are you even eating anymore? I mean, are these like self-regenerating leftovers? Are they like... Is it like the cornucopia? It's like a little bowl that magically refills itself with leftovers? These are questions that will never be answered. And we can only speculate as to their true meaning. Anyway, you can see that I'm getting tired right now, based on where my dialogue is going. Oh, come on. Kill this Swadloon. I always think this Pokemon looks a bit weird. It sounds a bit weird. Oh no, I'm out of crunch. We're out of crunch. Better get some more for tomorrow's breakfast. Again with the breakfast jokes. In my reasonably recent playthrough of Pokemon Gold, that I was just playing for my own personal self-interest, because it's one of my childhood games and I still have a Game Boy, albeit one that's very slightly broken and the battery compartment doesn't work anymore. But I still have a copy of Pokemon Gold that I changed the battery in myself. So I made sure that it was still saving. I had a Gyarados, obviously the shiny Gyarados that you get in Gen 2's games. And I named it Captain Crunch, or CPT Crunch, because you can't fit Captain in the letter limit. But, you know, Captain Crunch, the Gyarados. Yeah. I never used to nickname my Pokemon when I was younger. I used to just leave them with their base names, because that's how they did it in the TV show! Yeah! But recently I've started nicknaming them because it's just a lot more fun. Alright. Well, there we go. So, next time, I might raise Smugleaf up to level 36 off camera to avoid the extra grinding and get him to evolve, because I'll show the evolution like always, but, you know, it's a bit... We've had 4 episodes of grinding Smugleaf now, so it's about time we didn't. Anyway, it's about time I left, because this episode's gone on long enough. And I will see you guys next week with more Pokemon. Yeah. And hopefully we'll take on the gym then. Unlike I said we would 4 episodes ago.